So I am so excited. We're here in Fairfield at the Jelly Belly factory. And I'm with John Jamison, VP Retail Operations. And John, thank you for having us.
Well, thanks for coming to Fairfield today.
This is incredible. Now, who's this guy?
Well, this is Mr. Jelly Belly. You'll see him everywhere here on the factory tour and visitor center.
Now, when did you guys kind of enter the popular culture of America? I mean, you're so ubiquitous, but what was the evolution of that?
Well, we started in making Jelly Belly jelly beans in 1976, and it really took off. But when Ronald Reagan got into office, and he had it in his office, he had it on Marine One, in fact, which is his helicopter. It really was the first bean in space. He made sure that happened on the Challenger.
How did it get decided, very brilliantly, by the way, for our viewers, that the public should be able to see everything?
Well, we started with a little outlet store, and from there we said, well, let's take people into the factory. And originally we actually marched people through the factory. Well, we decided, if we want to grow that, we're not going to be able to bring a few hundred people through a year. And now hundreds of thousands of people, and as we approach our 8 millionth guest, you'll see when you go take the factory tour that it is built for large crowds. It's all safe with with COVID, it's all spread out. So when the folks do come and see it, they'll see how safe it is here.
So John, I understand jelly beans, but you have a wine experience here at the factory.
Well, we do. First of all, we have our chocolate shop downstairs. We make these incredible different items of chocolate and fudge. So I have to give credit where credit is due. My wife came up with this back in 2012.
What's your wife's name?
My wife's name's Diane.
Thank you, Diane. What a great idea.
And she said, you should have a chocolate and wine experience at Jelly Belly. And I'm like, that's not a bad idea. So we ended up bringing in local Sassoon Valley wines. We mix them with our different chocolates. We have 6 wines, 6 chocolates, and a Jelly Belly wine glass to take home. And a non-alcoholic experience. You get 5 of the chocolates, the glass.
That's one I'm going to try.
And the sparkling cider. So we have the last one set up for you. This one that I'm drinking is a dark chocolate shot glass filled with a late port-like wine, red wine. So can we toast?
Go. And I'm having the Martinellis. Boom. Oh boy. I'm following his lead. Now we got to eat this thing.
Oh yeah, that's the best part. There's something for everybody here, and it all pairs up really nicely with the chocolate. We hope that during the experience you can understand that if you pair the right wine and right chocolate with each other, it will enhance both of the experiences.
Is there a particular wine that Sassoon Valley is known for? What are they known for?
It makes great big reds and Petite Sirah. It is the Petite Sirah capital of the world.
I had no idea I was coming to the Jelly Belly factory to discuss wine. This is so cool.
And chocolate.
Let's keep going. So John, tell me where we are.
So we're right here at the kitchen. This is where we actually put together all the ingredients to make our candy slurry, which is our liquid center. From there, it's pumped into the mogul and deposited into the trays.
So all the ingredients, these are the cooks. These are the people.
Absolutely. This is we put the corn syrup together, all the different flavors, everything goes together right here.
So John, tell me what we got here.
So what we have here is a representation of what is happening in the mogul below. First of all, we start with a tray filled with starch. Then the next tray, we imprint the mold into there where the Jelly Belly beans take shape. And then from there, the slurry that was just made is pumped into the tray, and then that starts the process. It gets cured overnight at well over 100 degrees, and that's why it's so warm here right now.
And tell me, John, you were mentioning that this Jelly Belly gets made from the inside out versus another kind. Tell me what that means.
Right, well, most jelly beans are what's called a pectin center and then a flavored shell. That takes a few days to make. It's a very inexpensive process. It doesn't take that long. Our beans take 7 to 14 days to make, and we make it from the inside out. So all the flavor, all the color, all that is built from the inside out over time. So we really would rather take our time and make a beautiful, perfect jelly bean than rush it and make something that we're not proud of.
And a figure I heard earlier is how many billion jelly
15 billion beans a year. So
15 billion. You're doing your job out there with
growing,
it.
I should say. It's definitely growing.
What is this?
So those beans before came out of the mogul and they were resting, and then they go into panning. So what happens in panning is we add sugar, color, flavor, all the way through. So that, again, we're building the bean from the inside out. And then during the process of about an hour and a half or a little bit more, the beans gain about 40% more in volume. So again, we're building the bean from the inside out, but there's still not a Jelly Belly bean yet because we have more to show you.
So, John, I'm seeing what looks like a bunch of giant cement mixers down there. What are those doing?
Well, what they're doing is they are putting that beautiful shine onto the jelly beans. We put a confectioner's glaze on it, and it makes those Jelly Belly beans beautifully bright, very shiny, just what you are used to seeing.
Well, it's kind of tumbling like gems, like gemstones.
They are, and you should be in there when they're tumbling. It gets very loud in there all of a sudden.
That's incredible. There they are. They're getting their shine. So, John, you had a name for this. What is this?
We call this our sea of beans.
Sea of beans. I can see why.
These beans just came out of the finishing room, but they're not a Jelly Belly jelly bean yet. Do you know why?
Why? But there's more.
Because they don't have that beautiful Jelly Belly printed logo right on them.
What have we got here?
So in the factory, you will see in the tour lane, right before the beans are printed, we have a person downstairs on the factory floor, and what they're doing is they're looking to see if any of the beans are cracked, misshaped, or stuck together, or different colors.
So this is like Lucy and Ethel on the conveyor belt.
Yeah, not as fast, but a lot of fun. So that person is doing that on the factory. So we wanted to bring that tour experience right here into the tour lane. So this is a little game. So
Show me how we put it.
We're going to start this game. It's going to start in 2, 1, and see the juicy pear. We want to take everything.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, ow.
Video games. I always lose.
Now see, I'm the winner and you're the belly flop.
I'm the belly flop. Figures. So, John, you were telling me it's not a Jelly Belly yet. What's happening that begins right here?
So the beans are going through the whole process of being sorted to make sure that they're not broken, cracked, perfect shape. What happens then, it goes down below into the printers, and the printers lightly kiss the bean.
Wait a minute. Each bean.
Individual bean is kissed with a Jelly Belly logo.
John, that was incredible.
How was the factory tour?
Oh, unbelievable. How far did we want?
It was at least a quarter of a mile, if not a little bit longer.
I'll have my 10,000 steps. But I got to say, you have heightened my awareness of the quality that goes into your jelly beans.
Well, there's a lot of quality that goes in. We take a lot of time to do it right. We put in the best ingredients. We don't skimp on anything. That's why our Jelly Belly jelly bean is really the best bean in the world.
Unbelievable. And I notice a lot of people involved. You're given a lot of jobs here in California. We love that.
Well, we have people here 10, 20, 30, even over 40 years working here.
And Jessica Gray, who's been so helpful in getting us this segment together, told me that there's a 6th and even 7th generation of the family working here.
We'll start with the 4th, our chairman of the bean, Herm Rowland.
Chairman of the bean, I love that.
Yep. Our 5th, 6th, and sometimes when school is out, the 7th generation.
Wow, that's incredible. And I got a preview. John is creating, and the Jelly Belly people are creating a museum, but they won't let me tell you about it right yet.
We'll have you come back, though. We'll have you come back to see it. Let your folks see it for the first time.
I'm so excited about the museum. So it's Pat Pattison. You got to check this place out. Jelly Belly in Fairfield. Beautiful, beautiful place to tour. Talk to you soon.